There is no great genius without some touch of madness. Aristotle. Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see. Arthur Schopenhauer. The secret of genius is to carry the spirit of the child into old age, which means never losing your enthusiasm. Aldous Huxley. Imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. Marilyn Monroe. Genius is patience. Isaac Newton. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Thomas A. Edison. Mediocrity knows nothing higher than itself, but talent instantly recognizes genius. Arthur Conan Doyle. Every positive value has its price in negative terms. The genius of Einstein leads to Hiroshima. Pablo Picasso. Neither a lofty degree of intelligence nor imagination nor both together go to the making of genius. Love, 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 that is the soul of genius. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. To see things in the seed, that is genius. Lao Tzu. Genius is eternal patience. Michelangelo. Talent is a flame. Genius is a fire. Bernard Williams. Genius is never understood in its own time. Bill Watterson. Adversity reveals genius, prosperity conceals it. Horace. Everyone is born a genius, but the process of living to geniuses them. R. Buckminster Fuller. Conversation enriches the understanding, but solitude is the school of genius. Edward Gibbon. Common sense is genius dressed in its working clothes. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Genius is the ability to put into effect what is on your mind. F. Scott Fitzgerald. Almost everybody is born a genius and buried an idiot. Charles Bukowski. Man is a genius when he is dreaming. Akira Kurosawa. Men of lofty genius sometimes accomplish the most when they work least, for their minds are occupied with their ideas and the perfection of their conceptions, to which they afterwards give form. Leonardo da Vinci. Whatever you can do, or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. W. H. Murray. It takes a lot of time to be a genius. You have to sit around so much doing nothing, really doing nothing. Gertrude Stein. God gives talent. Work transforms talent into genius. Anna Pavlova. One of the strongest characteristics of genius is the power of lighting its own fire. John W. Foster. Genius is talent set on fire by courage. Henry Van Dyke. Genius is the recovery of childhood at will. Arthur Rimbaud. Common sense is instinct, and enough of it is genius. Josh Billings. Let us love winter, for it is the spring of genius. Pietro Aretino. Aptitude found in the understanding and is often inherited. Genius coming from reason and imagination, rarely. Marcus Aurelius. Talent perceives differences, genius, unity. William Butler Yeats. Rules and models destroy genius and art. William Hazlitt. Passion is the genesis of genius. Tony Robbins. Genius is the capacity to see 10 things where the ordinary man sees one. Ezra Pound. Doing easily what others find difficult is talent, doing what is impossible for talent is genius. Henry Frederick Amiel. Every production of genius must be the production of enthusiasm. Benjamin Disraeli. Almost all the noblest things that have been achieved in the world have been achieved by poor men, poor scholars, poor professional men, poor artisans and artists, poor philosophers, poets, and men of genius. Albert Pike. Love is rarer than genius itself. And friendship is rarer than love. Charles Peguy. Everyone is born with genius, but most people only keep it a few minutes. Edgar Varese. Let schoolmasters puzzle their brain, with grammar, and nonsense, and learning, good liquor, I stoutly maintain, gives genius a better discerning. Oliver Goldsmith. The free sharing and teaching of open source is incompatible with the notion of the solitary genius. Golan Levin. Genius is nothing but continued attention. Claude Adrien Helvetius. In the Republic of Mediocrity, genius is dangerous. Robert Greene Ingersoll. First and last, what is demanded of genius is love of truth. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Judge the goodness of a book by the energy of the punches it has given you. I believe the greatest characteristic of genius is, above all, force. Gustave Flaubert. Only a genius can play a fool. Michael Rappaport. I put all my genius into my life, I put only my talent into my works. Oscar Wilde. Genius must be born, and never can be taught. John Dryden. When nature has work to be done, she creates a genius to do it. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Talent works, genius creates. Robert Schumann.